The level 99 Dao Liu actually cannot touch you, this 6-year-old child. Inside the offering hall, Dao Liu looked at your eyes as blue as the sky and reached out to pat your shoulder, but his palm just got close when his speed began to slow down continuously. Although only a little distance was left, he could not truly touch you no matter what. Dao Liu frowned slightly and even attached a trace of soul power to his palm, but the result still did not change. This 99-level ultimate Douluo, standing at the apex of Douluo Continent, was actually blocked midair by a 6-year-old soul master without even a soul ring. What is going on? The expression on Dao Liu's face disappeared for the first time. The Douluo next to him also widened their eyes in shock. You've been waiting for this moment. They immediately used an unlimited 10-minute reality points card, then gently raised the corner of their mouth. Offering Hall, this is the special ability of the 6 Eyes 5 Souls, no limits. Anything trying to approach me will be infinitely divided. Although the distance seems close, in reality, it can never truly touch me. As soon as the words fell, the panel began to refresh frantically. Feeling Dao Liu's intense emotional fluctuations, the emotional value increased by 999. Feeling the intense emotional fluctuations of the shocked Douluo increased the emotional value by 666. One is a 99-level ultimate Douluo, the other is a 98-level super Douluo. The emotional values these two offers exploded with are surely not comparable to Yu Xiaogang's. Half a minute ago, the shocked Douluo had just snatched you and Sun Chuantao from the red-clothed cardinal's hands and quickly brought you both into the offering hall. Originally, he wanted to take you as a disciple, but unexpectedly, the chief offering Dao Liu also had his eyes on you. When Dao Liu personally tried and found he could not even break through the no limit, the look in the two offers' eyes towards you changed completely. The golden evil Douluo immediately transmitted, "Brother, you have to serve the angel offering often and definitely have no time to teach kids. Why don't you let me take him as a disciple?" Dao Liu calmly responded, "Second brother, this disciple is beyond your control. Leave him to me." The golden evil Douluo was speechless. "If I had known your ability was so absurd, I should have taken him in halfway on the apprenticeship road and then brought him back to meet Dao Liu. But now, it's too late." You looked at the emotional values growing non-stop. Might as well continue to explain. The 6 eyes can see through soul power changes, finely control soul power and greatly reduce sorcerer's consumption. After hearing this, the shocked Douluo finally realized he probably couldn't snatch this disciple from Dao Liu. Dao Liu forcibly suppressed the corner of Shengyang's mouth and solemnly asked you, "Bai Ranmo, are you willing to apprentice under me?" Facing a 99-level ultimate Douluo actively accepting disciples, naturally there was no reason to refuse. You immediately solemnly performed a disciple's bow. "Disciple willing." Dao Liu nodded with satisfaction. From that moment on, you officially became the chief offering's disciple and fully joined the offering hall lineage. The first gift delivered by Dao Liu was 60,000-year-old spirit concentrated wisdom skull bone. You recognized it at a glance. Isn't this the head soul bone prepared as a reward for Tang San at the future continent-wide soul master competition? Tang San is still cultivating the Xuanshan bow in Saint Soul Village. This opportunity has already fallen into your hands in advance. When he participates in the soul master competition in the future, he probably won't even see a shadow of the soul bone. After taking away the most talented disciple, Dao Liu remembered that Sun Chuantao who stood beside. So he turned to the golden evil Douluo. "Sun Chuantao's talent is also good. Let him follow your training from now on." The golden evil Douluo secretly flipped. "The rest to me, but after all, Sun Chuantao is also rare talent." The shocked Douluo finally accepted him as a Forbidden Cloud disciple. That's how you and Sun Chuantao both stayed in the offering hall and settled down. Afterwards, Dao Liu separately asked you about your requirements for the first soul ring. According to his idea, your first soul ring should best enhance mental power to further ease the burden brought by the no limit. But you gave a completely different answer. "Master, I want a soul ring with gravitational abilities." Dao Liu was somewhat puzzled. You then told him that the no limit used to protect the body is only part of the complete ability. No limit can also derive gravity and chilling. As long as you absorb a soul ring with the corresponding attribute, you can deepen your understanding and even create your own new soul skill. Dao Liu's expression almost could not be held back after hearing this. Other children just awakened the 5 souls and were still thinking about which soul beast to absorb, but his disciple was only 6 years old. It had already begun researching self-created soul skills. He immediately agreed to your request, and sent people to search for a 500-year-old soul beast capable of manipulating gravity. In just 10 minutes, the emotional values you harvested from Dao Liu, and the shocked Douluo directly pushed your balance beyond 150,000. You were harvesting pictures, collecting soul bones, and earning emotional values in the offering hall in a truly winning manner. But on the other side, the Pope Bibai Dong was not in such a good mood. The red-clothed general returned carefully to the Pope's palace and reported that 2 geniuses were snatched away halfway by the second Duke Feng. Bibaidong only asked him to step back on the surface, but her hand holding the staff gradually tightened. The people stolen by the offering hall of course cannot be boldly hidden, but as long as you and Sun Chuntao enter the Spirit Hall Academy, he cultivated the golden generation and naturally had countless ways to give you a warning. A faction of the Pope was quietly brewing targeting you. Meanwhile, while the 2 factions at the Spirit Hall Academy secretly competed because of you, another clone you planted in the 7 treasures glazed tile also completed awakening. This clone was named Li Bai, 6 years old. With the 5 souls of the Green Lotus Sword and innate full soul power, he was not only accepted as a disciple by Sword Douluo Chen Xing and absorbed the first soul ring but also unexpectedly obtained a mounted external wind bone on the palm. More ridiculously, Chen Xing only demonstrated the 7-kill sword technique once, but Li Bai already had learned it. After 3 demonstrations he was able to master and even began to create his own Green Lotus Sword technique. Such a terrifying sword talent made Sword Douluo's greatest daily pleasure to bring his disciple casually showing off in front of the ancient Douluo. Chen Xing purposely sighed in front of the ancient Douluo. Teibai, this child really doesn't let me worry. The 7-kill sword technique, I taught him once for him to learn and 3 times for him to master. Although he is born with full soul power and has a soul bone attached to his first soul ring, I still can't be arrogant. Li Bai's mouth twitched slightly and could only respectfully reply, disciple understands. The ancient Douluo's forehead twitched lightly while listening. Also a titled Douluo disciple, why was Long Wushuang behind him so inferior to Li Bai in all aspects? Feeling the ancient dragon's intense emotional fluctuations, emotional value increased by 200. You only then realized that not only Yu Xiaogang is suitable as a cash cow, but also such old men who like to compete with each other stably generate emotional income. Just as the ancient Douluo was about to lose his patience, Enning Rongrong smiled and ran to Li Bai's side, asking him to compose another poem for her. Li Bai glanced at her and lightly laughed, eyebrows like crescent moon, smile like spring. Enning Rongrong blushed immediately. Seeing the Douluo increasingly satisfied, she fervently wished to marry Enning Rongrong to her disciple in the future. The ancient Douluo's face darkened further. If I can't defeat that old bastard's disciple, fine. But now even my most beloved Rongrong is about to be kidnapped. The ancient Douluo finally lost his temper. He immediately dragged Sword Douluo to the back mountain for a duel. In a short time sword aura surged, dragons roared, but Li Bai did nothing and simply rolled another round of emotional paper. The layouts in the Spirit Hall Academy and 7 treasures glazed tile were both successful now. The only thing left was the closest to Tang San, the black dyed white. At the Soul Awakening ceremony in St. Soul Village, Tang San first put his hand on the blue crystal ball. A dazzling light instantly lit up. The innately full soul power responsible for awakening Su Yuntao was first shocked and then saw the blue-silver grass in Tang San's hand and regretfully shook his head. Unfortunately, blue-silver grass is only a discarded martial soul. Soon it was black dyed white's turn, along with the awakening method. Again given evaluation, the shadow martial soul's attack, defense and speed were unimpressive, also considered a discarded martial soul. Hearing this evaluation, you immediately steadied your heart. Flowing time traveler Su Yuntao could get rejected by this blind Douluo and still obtain a godhood guarantee certificate in advance. What's the difference? Black dyed white then placed his hand on the crystal ball. The next second, a dazzling blue light similar to Tang San's awakening once again illuminated the whole venue. Another innately full soul power. Su Yuntao was utterly dumbfounded. Such a small Saint Soul village actually produced 2 discarded martial souls. 2 innately warm soul powers. At the same moment, black dyed white truly connected with 10 types of spiritual spells and clearly felt the 10 god slayers hidden in the shadows. He could directly summon the first 2 commanding dogs. On the other side, knowing that Tang San was also an innately warm soul power twin martial soul, Tang Hao's last doubts and murderous intent were completely suppressed. Shortly after, Old Jack obtained 2 attack poison life belts for the 2 kids and took Tang San and black dyed white to Nodding Academy. Just as the 3 arrived at the academy gate, the gatekeeper suspected that the 2 soul spirit certificates were forged. How could 2 discarded martial souls both possess innate supreme soul power? Tang San's eyes instantly grew cold. Hidden weapons in his sleeves were already charged and ready. At this critical moment, Yu Xiaogang timely appeared and stopped this gatekeeper who had nearly brought death upon himself. He took the 2 certificates, glanced at them once, and light bloomed excitedly in his eyes. 2 discarded martial souls, 2 innate supreme soul powers. According to his theory, these 2 kids were very likely both twin martial souls. These were not attack poison lives. They were unquestionably 2 peerless disciples given to him by heaven. Yu Xiaogang immediately scolded the gatekeeper and gently led Tang San and Black-Dyed White into the academy to meet him. He put his hands behind his back, assuming a profound and laid-back posture. "If I'm not mistaken, you should be the third and fourth twin martial souls in 100 years. Tang San was shocked by this sentence. His secret was seen through at a glance. His left wrist quietly lifted and the hidden sword was already aimed at Yu Xiaogang's throat. If not for being in the academy and unaware of Yu Xiaogang's true strength, he might have killed him on the spot. Yu Xiaogang suddenly felt a chill in his neck but thought it was his own illusion. He continued to explain his analysis of blue-silver grass and twin martial souls. Tang San listened more and more astonished, actually treating this 29-level Great Soul Stone as a knowledgeable expert. Hesitating for only 1 second, he knelt down and bowed 3 small kowtows. "Teacher, please accept me as your disciple." Yu Xiaogang's mouth almost couldn't hold back a smile but still pretended to be serious and helped Tang San up. "Foolish child, why bow when accepting a master?" Tang San said seriously. "One day as a master, lifelong as a father. You deserve my kowtowing." Yu Xiaogang was deeply moved and immediately accepted this twin martial soul disciple. Then he looked at Black-Dyed White with great expectations. As long as he accepted this child, he could have 2 twin martial soul disciples at once, completely washing away his family's disgrace as useless. However, Black-Dyed White shook his head. "Master, I am not a twin martial soul. My martial soul is called 10 types of spiritual spells." As the words fell, Black-Dyed White formed a canine hand seal with both hands. The shadows under the black canine's feet rolled violently. 2 huge wolf dogs, black and white, slowly walked out of the shadows. Black-Dyed White told everyone that 10 types of spiritual spells connected 10 different god slayers, and by completing the hanging axe, he could make them fight for himself. Moreover, the god slayer's powers would continuously grow with his own. Yu Xiaogang's eyes grew brighter and brighter. If such a special martial soul could also become his disciple, he could formally write the research results into the martial soul's 10 core competitiveness. Tang San was also shocked, hiding in the dark, but still feeling it was far from enough. Since the 3 cash cows had been gathered, naturally he wanted to cut them all off at once. So Black-Dyed White quietly used the last unlimited points card. Meanwhile, the middle-aged clone specialized in mocking Yu Xiaogang rushed madly from afar in the academy. Yu Xiaogang's smile completely froze when he saw the visitor, cold sweat on his forehead, and his body instinctively wanted to flee. But Tang San and Black-Dyed White were both around him. If he turned and ran now, the master image he had just built would be destroyed. Hesitating for a few seconds, Yu rushed in front of the 3, surprised and looking at Tang San. "What kid, what did you just call Gangzi, teacher?" Then you seemed to hear the funniest thing in the world and burst into loud laughter. "Gangzi, you're doing well, breaking through 50 years old before level 30 and actually taking disciples. Didn't you say there were no worthless martial souls, only worthless soul masters? You insulted yourself twice with 1 sentence. No wonder you are a theory master." Yu Xiaogang's face instantly stiffened and Tang San stood in place speechless. Breaking through 50 years old before level 30, a teacher who just received 3 kowtows from you turned out so weak. At this moment, Tang San regretted for the first time choosing Yu Xiaogang as his master, but he didn't know this was only the beginning. Next, you were going to publicly expose Yu Xiaogang's strength, theory, and all those unspeakable secrets right in front of Tang San.